Here's what you missed this week on Play Mornings.
Play Mornings, I'm John.
I'm Marina.
You want to hear the headline of the century so far?
Okay.
Kid Rock briefly worried he might be gay during vasectomy procedure. Now, it's exactly for the reason you think it might be. Men out there who haven't got a vasectomy, I'm one of them. Don't worry, I did the research, I did the due diligence. Before you get the vasectomy, they gotta shave, they gotta wash some things. You don't, because you're on a ton of medication, because you're about to get your hoo-haws chopped off and thrown in the garbage. So as they're, kind of washing or anything, Kid Rock described it as, you ever had anybody tickle your back before? It feels good no matter who does it.
Oh.
Well, as he was getting a little wash job, to quote Seinfeld, it moved. And so he questioned his sexuality for a little bit. If that's what makes you question your sexuality, Kid Rock, I think you might be bi.
I don't think this is a reason for him to question his sexuality.
That's what I'm saying.
At all.
If that's how quickly, dude, I have had situations where I'm like, oh, I should be gay. So if that's, come on, Kid Rock.
I think it's pretty funny still.
Of course it's funny.
Would you be, if you were like the doctor, would you be flattered?
If it was my first, I would be like, oh, he likes me. If it was like my 300th, I would have been like, oh my God, it makes this job so much more difficult.
Makes this job so much harder.
Are you proud of yourself? Look at me. Hey, look at me. Are you proud of
Very
yourself?
proud of myself.
Well, here's In Too Deep. Sum 41. The punches keep coming.
You know what I got on my brain right now?
What you got in your brain?
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Yes.
Okay.
I am tired. I would like a Red Bull. I need some energy. And I just found out that Red Bull has their summer edition that I didn't even know was a thing yet. It's white peach, and it sounds amazing.
It sounds amazing, and yet it's Red Bull, so it's still going to taste yucky.
Have you ever seen a Red Bull truck around town?
No, but in Calgary, they sponsor pretty much every university, dude.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a Red Bull truck in Fort McMurray, and I really hope one day I do, because if you actually go up to the Red Bull truck driver, person driving it, and you ask them for Red Bull, they will give you a case of Red Bull.
Just free.
Yeah, just free.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know this either until I saw TikTok yesterday where a woman left a note on the Red Bull truck, and they left a case of Red Bull at her car for her.
Okay.
And she said in the video, she's like, the answer is always no if you don't ask.
Hey, words to live by. Put that on a t-shirt.
So now I want to go find a Brinks truck.
Oh.
One of the armored cars?
Dude, I'm the wrong audience. That's so good. I would just like to give a sincere apology from the bottom of my heart. Everybody out there who has gotten a vasectomy, I know they don't cut your balls off like a dog.
And throw them in the garbage.
Yeah. You see, this is a radio show where we try to be comedic for effect, and I just thought snipping a tube didn't sound as good as, chopping them off and throwing them in the trash. And I'm so sorry to everybody. I know that with all that's going on in the world right now, all the war, the genocide, the tariffs, that it's a difficult time. But I'm glad we all rallied together and all decided that, hey, you know what? Vasectomies is where we draw the line. Vasectomies is absolutely where we draw the line.
The comments on our video on Facebook.
Are you kidding? I bet if I gave a rundown of a pap smear or something and I was wrong about it, all the ladies would be like, hey, so it actually happens this way, but
just so we can teach you.
Just so you know. But for all the dudes out there and one woman, Wendy, shout out Wendy, it seems like I hit a sore spot, no pun intended.
Definitely, Troy called you a tool.
Well, and then, Troy made the mistake of using the wrong your. So I responded.
Grammar Nazi John came out to play too.
Responded with one word and YOU apostrophe RE there, Troy. Seriously, what is it about this topic? that gets people all riled up. Guys, I know that they don't chop your balls off. I know that. I know it's just a tube. But it does. Does one pizza sound better than two pizzas?
Definitely not.
No. Does snipping a tube sound better than throwing your balls in the garbage?
Definitely not.
So, right? Anyways, again, from the bottom of my heart, I would just like to apologize to every man out there who still has their balls, but just doesn't have the tube attached. Again, I'm so sorry. And all the parents who have their kids in the car who are now having to explain what a vasectomy is, I'm sorry too. Whale songs might be dirtier than you think, eh?
Yeah.
Is that what you're...
Yeah. I just so happened to come across this image that was talking about whales and when they mate, specifically gray males, when they mate, it involves two males and a female. And I did not know this. It kind of blew my mind. And I guess there was a theory that said that they position themselves so that the male on the bottom kind of holds the female and the male up.
That's how they got the female whale in on it. They were like, no, we just don't want you to drown.
It's the buoyancy.
That's all it is. Trust me.
I was not expecting to come across this morning, that's for sure. But it does say, yep, there are usually three males waiting together. Mating. Wow, words are hard. Whales mating together because of the buoyancy issue. But then it also goes to say that it was just a theory and that instead of the other third male being there to help, it's more likely a competitor. This is a lot.
No matter which way you look at it.
I know.
It's
just a menage a trois.
Poor lady whale.
Yeah. And I was reading more into this and it says that the female could already be pregnant, but she still wants to mate on her trip.
Oh, so she's initiating it.
Yeah.
It went from poor lady whale to lady whale. You a freak, dude. Damn. Well, okay. 6:55. Is this too late to be talking?
I don't think so.
It's fine. Natural.
It's natural.
Do it how they do on the Discovery Channel. All three of us. That's so... And you just came across this?
I did. I literally was just scrolling on Facebook and something popped up. It was just...
I bet.
I did. Now, what do you think I Google mating whales at 6:55 in the morning? No?
No, I think you did it last night.
When somebody says 2025 or 2015, it sounds fine. Sounds normal.
Yeah.
But when you go and you say 2005, I think that sounds like the most ridiculous thing that could come out of somebody's mouth.
I think you're wrong.
2005, 2006.
I think a lot of your millennial buddies would agree with you, and I'm not sure what clicks in your mind to think that way. I don't think anything is wrong with 2005.
It's fine saying 05.
Yeah.
But to me, but adding the 20 in front of it sounds ridiculous.
Now, I just have a quick question.
Okay.
How would you say the year 1906?
1906.
So that's fine, but 2005...
Yeah, it sounds weird to me. I honestly, I don't know why. I think it sounds ridiculous. I don't know. I watched a video last night. Guy said 2005, and I had to pause the video, run over to our little prep page for our show this morning, and I was like, why? Like, is this a thing? Do people actually say this? Am I crazy for thinking it's weird?
Now, I'm sure I've said it at points in my life. It, as unorthodox as it is, listen, I wouldn't say it like that. I don't think it's absurd. I'm sure half the population says it like that. Like, genuinely.
I've never heard somebody say it like that in my life.
Neither have I.
2005. And then he kept doing it. It was 2005, 2006, 2008. And then all of a sudden, he said 2009. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's where he draws the line?
That's where he drew the line.
Okay, no, this guy must be like a football player with CTE or something. You can't be so hot and heavy with 05, 06, 08. And then 2009?
Yeah. Am I crazy for thinking that it sounds weird? Let me know. 780-791-1037. Or do you know anybody else that says it that way?
I think 2025 is the year of lady pop stars. I mean, you got Gracie Abrams, we just heard her. You got Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan. You got my close and personal friend Tate McRae. And actually, she suffered whiplash.
Car accident?
No, you'd think, right? Because it's either that or like roller coasters.
Yeah.
Something where usually you feel an impact.
Yeah.
No, she got it from whipping her hair back and forth and dancing for 11 hours straight.
My hair back and forth.
Yeah, so she Willow Smithed it and Willow whiffed it, as some might say.
So 11 hours in a video shoot?
That's right. She was filming a music video for her new single, Revolving Doors, and she was just in heels for 11 hours, dancing for 11 hours.
That sounds brutal. Being in heels for 1 hour, to me, sounds brutal.
Yeah.
11 hours, I'm impressed.
Well, she ended it with whiplash, severe neck pain, and blisters. Her feeties hurt.
I'm surprised she doesn't have like a... what do you call them? A stunt double or something when she's doing all of this.
Her music video?
Yeah.
You know what?
I mean, it's one way to not get whiplash and bruises. And
I think you just invented something here.
You think?
Yeah. There's no way that's a thing.
Well, we're going to have to figure that out because I'm going to have to patent that right now.
And if you look like Tate McRae, 780-791-1037 and my personal phone number in case it's hard to reach me. Actually, I'll give that out later. Here we got Tate McRae. Play mornings. I'm John.
I'm Marina.
America has such a bad gun problem that dogs are now shooting people.
I
A Tennessee man was sleeping when all of a sudden he was awoken by what? That's right, a bullet in the top of his thigh after a firearm was discharged by his dog's paw getting stuck in the trigger guard.
There's so many things to unravel in this.
Let's hear it.
Why was the gun in bed?
Hey, you know what? Some people like handcuffs. Some people take it a step further.
Why was the safety off?
It's America.
It's America.
I feel like that's...
And why are you
easiest answer.
sleeping with a gun without a safety on? Or a trigger lock or something? This sounds like it was planned. Like maybe the wife did it or something, like left it with safety off.
Oh, and she trained her dog over years.
Yeah, maybe.
If it happened in any way, if it was like Wisconsin, then it'd be a little sketchy. It's Tennessee. You know?
Just a normal day in Tennessee.
Drank too much moonshine. What I find particularly interesting about this entire story, besides the fact that, hey, your dog is a year old and somehow its paw fits in between the trigger and the trigger guard to fire it. But really what gets me is that this is not the first time somebody has been shot by their dog. In Iowa, 2018... a man reported being shot in one of his legs with a gun that he had tucked into his waistband while roughhousing with his pit bull. Now, this is all the one we're talking about previously is also a pit bull story. So maybe what I think it comes down to is stop getting pit bulls. In 2019, a Louisiana State University football player had a black Labrador step on a hunting shotgun, and then it shot his truck, and then his truck debris shot him. And then another one was a man got shot, and lost his leg. So that's not as funny. But so the next time, you're thinking of carrying your gun or sleeping with your gun, and you have a dog around, think twice.
Maybe don't be a gun owner.
Dogs get...
Be a dog owner, but just don't be a gun owner at this point.
And dogs get put down for biting people. What happens if they shoot somebody? Well, it's America. They'll get off scot-free.